Hey guys, this is Captain Frugal reporting for duty, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Comica Boom XU. So I hope you sit back and enjoy the video. Well, here we have the box that it comes in. I'm going to pull this case out right away. As we see here, this is a really nice case. I like this. It's built out of a good material. It looks like it's going to hold up. I'm going to be able to put it in my travel bag anywhere I go. Now let's open this up, and we're going to see what's inside. Now, I did already read the instructions and everything, so I know what this kit comes with. Wow, I'm really impressed with the bag here. I'm really going to be happy to put this in my travel kit. So anyway, I'm going to open this up. I read the instructions already, so I know what this comes with. And this is something I really like about this kit. It has that soft shoe. I already opened it up and checked that out. The hook right to your camera. I really like what this package comes with. It literally comes with every kind of connector you need to use. You can hook it up to your camera, your smartphone, your mixing board. All those connectors are right in the pack. So no matter what I choose to bring with me, I won't have to worry because I know I have everything in this pack that I need, whether it be dead cats to reduce noise or different kind of connectors to connect it to my camera or cell phone or both, whatever it may be. I'm going to have exactly what I need right in this package that I could just throw into my travel pack and I'm ready to go. So let's open this up and see what you get in the package. In the other pouch here, it comes with the instructions as well as the transmitters and the receivers. So we have that all right here. If we pull this out here, it's nice and snug. That's good. And each one has their own antenna here, and I recommend putting it all the way down when you use it. It has a power on button and a mute. Also, if you just tap the power on button, it's going to do a roll off. So that's always good. It gives you a low cut. It has a built-in microphone as well as a jack to plug in the microphone and use the lapel as well. It has a little square next to it too. That's going to be a little clip that holds that lapel mic in so it can't pop out on you at all. And there's where we plug it in to charge because it comes with the cable, and there is how we're going to get our signal right through there. Nice little clip to hold that on. You know, it feels pretty sturdy. I don't think this is going to be any issues. I'm going to put that back and I'm going to pull out the receiver here. Yep, it also has a nice little bit of heft to it, and not too bad. It's not hard to travel around with. Looks good. I don't think it's going to be any issues with any of these. They all fit in snug. I like that. I don't think I have to worry about breaking anything. I'm going to pull the antennas down. Once again, when you do that and you use it, make sure you pull them all the way down. And you see it's going to tell us A, B, C, and D for each receiver. And we have multiple ways to plug it in. Plug in our headphones at the top. We have our power button, the ability to adjust it, how we charge it. And see, as we look there's our headphones, and we have different ways to have our outputs. We can have all the outputs into one, or we can separate our outputs, and I love that. It's got a little metal clip on the back, and that's going to be used to clip on a belt or even onto your camera by clipping it onto the shoe mounting bracket. A prior complaint that some people had with this series of devices is that you could only charge one unit at a time. Well, this one comes with a cable that has 3 different charging units on it, so you can charge up to 3 parts at one time. When the transmitters are fully charged, there'll be a blue light, and you can see on the receiver unit as well when it is fully charged. The receiver is easily mounted onto your camera if you use the special mounting plate that just slides right into the shoe on the camera, making it really easy to put the receiver right on top. Once you're ready to record, you're going to hold down the power button for just a few seconds. The unit does not take long to power up at all. It's going to display the information right away. You're going to see all that on the screen that you need, which cameras are on, the battery power for each. So let's test it out. I'm going to hold down the power button on the transmitter. Notice I put the antenna all the way down too. Now once it starts, it's going to light up blue, and you're going to see that the receiver has picked it up. This one happens to be camera A. It's going to have your volume level, your battery power, so you're going to be able to have all the information that you need right at your fingertips. And if I hit that button again, that's going to be the roll off. See how it changes? I'm going to hit it again, it's back. And you also have that mute button. It's all going to show too on the display of your receiver, making this really a nice, easy tool to use. I want to mention that the screen will be a little dim unless you push one of the buttons. That's to help save power. All you have to do is push a button and it brightens right up, and you can scroll through any of the options you want. So for example, I want to select volume here. It allows you just the volume of any of the transmitters. I really like that because my camera has very poor preamps, and so you can adjust that to whatever kind of device you're using. You also have the mix where you can have A, B, C, and D, all of the transmitters going to one track, or you can have them going into separate tracks. Now let's look at the front here. We have that. If you're going to have it go to separate tracks, you're going to have an A and B out as well as a separate C and D out. You also have the headphone input where you can plug that in and listen to it and see how it sounds right through the receiver before it even goes into your camera. Now I want to flip it back and look at a few more of the options on the receiver screen. As we mentioned before, there's volume and mix, but you can also turn and change the language, or you can turn the power on or off on a particular transmitter, because let's be honest, sometimes people make mistakes. Maybe you're interviewing a group of people and somebody gets up and forgets to mute their transmitter. You can turn the power off on that receiver so you're not receiving signal from them, saving them from a potentially embarrassing moment. I really do appreciate all the options on the receiver menu, as well as the easeability at your fingertips to see everything that's going on. It's just really nice and easy to use. Next, I'm going to run this through several sound tests and let you hear how it sounds through a cell phone, a camera, as well as a small mixing board. Alright, I have transmitter plugged in and going, and I have the receiver on A. We're running through this microphone right here that's built into the transmitter. So this is how the microphone sounds built into the transmitter at around 5 inches from the mouth. Once again, this is how the transmitter microphone sounds 5 inches from the mouth. The next thing, while I'm doing that, I'm going to plug in the microphone into there. And you're going to see there's a little hole there. That's actually to have this clip that's going to sit in there from making any pull-outs there and disconnecting you. Okay, so now I am connected to the lapel mic. Once again, now I am connected to the lapel mic. So this is how it sounds with the lapel mic through my camera. Now I will say my camera has an absolutely terrible preamplifier in it. It never sounds good for mics. That's why I usually use this big brick here. But I'm trying this to see how it is. So I have my mic on my camera turned way down. And that way we're using the preamps on this device here and seeing how well it does. Here, I'm using the system to record with my cell phone using the transmitter microphone. Now I am using the transmitter with the lapel microphone through my cell phone. Now I'm using the transmitter with my lapel microphone through my cell phone. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is use the XLR cable connector that comes with the kit. We're just going to take that XLR plug and plug it right into our mixer. Now we're going to be able to use now our input adjustments, our EQ and everything right on the mixer. And we're going to plug that right in now to our receiver unit. That's going to provide the output to the mixer. We're going to turn this on. There we go. And just wait a second here while I grab the old receiver. There we go. We're going to grab that receiver next, and we're going to turn that receiver on. Now once we have that receiver there, we should be able to have signal through the mixer. Once again, remember now, we're going to use the gain and the preamps as well on the mixer to pass signal and the EQ to make any adjustments. This is a test using the transmitter with the onboard microphone through the mixer. Once again, this is a test using the transmitter's onboard microphone through the mixer. This is a test with the wireless unit with the lapel plugged in to a mixer. Once again, this is a test of how it'll sound with the transmitter plugged into the mixer using the lapel microphone. Well, there you guys have it, the Comica Boom XU. You can get this unit with the 4 receivers for around $359, which to be honest, I think is a very good price point for what you get. This system is very easy to use. You can auto scan to make sure you get the best signal possible, so you're not worrying about getting issues conflicting with other signals. It works really easy. I love all the options you get with this kit. Everything's in there that you need. I can record with my camera, my smartphone, a tablet, my mixer, whatever I want, real easy by just plugging it into whatever source I choose with all the stuff that comes right in the kit. Speaking of the kit, it comes in a nice travel bag that everything fits in there, so I never have to worry, do I have the right cord or the right piece of equipment to use for my audio? It's just there. Easy. Put the kit right in my travel bag and I'm good to go. Sometimes I have signal issues with some of these wireless systems. Usually around the 25-foot point is where I start seeing a lot of issues. This one I tested up to 25 feet, had no issues at all, 0 dropouts, which really makes me happy because that's about the maximum distance I go. So that's why I chose to go 25 foot. Usually any more than that, I'm not recording audio for that footage anyway. So it really worked for what I needed it to do. I've tested a lot of wireless kits. And some of them the sound has been pretty darn good, but I'm still searching for that ultimate sound. Usually the problem I was running into is the top end is brittle and not very clear. And I had to do a lot of EQing to get it to be right where I want it to be. Whereas this kit seemed to be a lot better. It was a lot more clear, precise, and the end wasn't, the high end was not too brittle. Yeah, it surprised me how good it was actually. I won't have to EQ this very much to use the footage with this system, which really makes it happy and speeds up my flow on making videos. Another thing I really like about this kit is that you could separate the signal from each one of the transmitters. So if you're interviewing somebody and somebody talks too low, you could just have their volume boosted. Or if somebody talks too high, you can reduce it so you don't have to mess around as much in the mix trying to edit the video footage. It really makes it much more convenient for a quick video interview, and it helps speed up my process once again, which is something I really need because I don't have a lot of time to do these things. Another thing I tested was the battery life. They state that it lasts around 6 hours, and I found that to hold true. I tested it several times using it, running it out, and using it again, and it seemed that the battery really held up. And I like the fact that you always know how much battery power you have, so you never get any surprises in the middle of a recording session. Well, there you guys have it. For the price point, I don't think you can go wrong. I went with the 4 transmitter unit system. You can get ones with 2, whatever works for you, but the 4 seemed to be the sweet spot for what I need to do with it. I plan on using this for a lot of different things. I'm going to be using it in my studio. I'm going to be using it in my office like I am right now, because that's what the sound's going. But by the way, if you hear any noise, that's the computer in the background. And I'm going to be using this traveling around. This thing's going to get a lot of hours. I really like this kit, and I don't think you'll go wrong if you try it too. Hope you like this video. If you don't mind, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and until next time, keep it frugal.